Morning, my friends. It's fasting day 18. We are in the final few days of completing this incredible journey of fasting for 21 days together. What an honor it's been for me to be your coach and for us as a community to move through this journey together. Well, we are in the final few days. We're at the end of Flow Week. We've been talking about the spiritual rhythms that we have developed during this fast, saying no to food and yes to God, opening our Bibles intentionally, seeking God through prayer and responding to his nudges every day. Hey, friends, guess what that's called? That's called walking with God every day. That's what you've been learning to do. These are the rhythms that you have developed for the last 18 days now, walking with God every day. And let me just ask this question. Isn't that the point? That Jesus died on the cross in order to reconcile us home to a relationship with God the Father so that we might walk with him every day, have fellowship, get communion with our Father every single day. That's the point. And you've been developing these rhythms, so why stop now? Let's continue to think about how we can take the rhythms we developed during the fast and maintain them on the other side when we break this fast in just a few short days. Well, remember Jesus' basic call to follow him is to deny yourself, take up your cross daily, and follow me. That's Luke 9:23. That's what we've been doing. What a great job you've been doing. And you have benefited from that intentionality of walking with God every day. But what I'm going to talk with you about today is something I used to talk about early in the fast, and I realized after many of these that it's actually better later during Rhythm Week, Flow Week, when we get toward the end. So today I want to talk with you about expect spiritual attacks. Expect spiritual attacks. You want to walk with God every day? Okay, then guess what? You should expect spiritual attacks, because walking with God every day is going to draw that to you. Now remember, in preparation for his public ministry, Jesus Christ fasted for 40 days. And let's pick that up in Luke chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. It says, "And Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit, returned from the Jordan, was led by the Spirit in the wilderness for 40 days, being tempted by the devil. And he ate nothing during those days. And when they were ended, he was hungry." So I want to draw our attention to the word devil. The word devil literally means adversary. So here's a newsflash. You have a spiritual adversary, and he opposes you. Now let me just say this. The one thing your adversary opposes more than anything is you walking with God every day. Anything else is a different thing, but he will oppose you developing the rhythms of actually walking with God every single day. Now, if he can get you to just think about God or maybe just go to church for an hour on a Sunday, no big deal, because not a lot of power in that. But he opposes us walking with God each and every day. 1 Peter 5:8 says that your adversary is like a lion roaming around looking for someone to pounce on. Who do lions pounce on? Stragglers. And a low commitment to walking with God every day will turn you into a spiritual straggler, easy to be pounced upon by our spiritual enemy. Ephesians 6:12 says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but literally against the spiritual forces of wickedness. So the reality is, friends, we have an enemy who he just wants to keep you from walking with God every day. And the moment you say, yes, I want to walk with God every day, you start to get those rhythms going, you will develop an opposition. He will come after you on three fronts. Remember, he attacked Jesus first in the area of his identity. If you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. He'll be like, for you, it'll be like, if you're a son or daughter of God, you wouldn't act that way. Secondly, in the area of your worship, he told Jesus, bow down and worship me. Anything for you to divert your worship from fully devoted every day. And then thirdly, along the areas of your submission. Trying to get Jesus to call on angels to help him off the temple was literally about getting God to do his will instead of submitting to God's will. Well, friends, over these last 18 days now, we've been learning to walk with God every day. Let's fight for that. Let's keep that going. You pray for me. I'll pray for you. Keep your new best friend nearby for these final days. And I just want you to know we'll be breaking our fast at church with communion this weekend. So look forward to doing that then. Continue praying for each other. Leave comments in the bottom. Let's finish strong. Know that I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.